Gene Perry here with Century Farm. We just had a large group come in of beginners, and I want to talk a little bit about sitting on your horse when you're riding on there. Whenever you get on a horse, I want you to make it a habit of sitting on here, and you're sitting upright, okay? You're not going to be slumped over, and you're not going to be round-shouldered, and you're not going to be stooped over or whatever. I want you to get in the habit. Anytime you get on the horse and you sit down, your back is straight. The smaller your back is arched in just a little bit, and you've got a forward-thinking posture. You're just slightly forward, so that if the horse decides to hop forward, as the skipper's trying to do, or you're getting him move out and you're asking him to move, your body's ready to accept that movement. You're not slumped back here and suddenly he starts to move and you're going to fall back, and the only resort you have is to reef on these reins and pull back. Get hard on their mouth, and it doesn't do any good. You see him pulling on that. He says, "Get off my mouth." So what we're going to do is, when you get on your horse, you're going to sit here. You want your heels down and your toes up, okay? And you're going to keep your legs either directly underneath you or just ever slightly forward when you ride, all right? You see my left hand? I got the reins in my left hand, and they're ahead of the saddle horn. You don't ride with your hands down here on the saddle horn or whatever, because as quick as you do that, and you get them all tightened up and you're all bent and you're just so nervous. And see what he's starting to do? Starting to pull on it, because he can feel the pressure on the reins, and he doesn't know, do you want to back up? What do you want to do? If you just let him out, let him have his head, keep your hand in front, and then I've got my hand now. As a young rider, you're going to want to hang on to the saddle horn. Drop that down, get a hold of the saddle horn, and you're ready to ride in that fashion. You want to make sure that you stay that way. If your horse is going to walk forward, you're going to be able to move your hand forward. See him? See how he moves right out? I moved my hand forward, and he knew that was the cue for him to walk. Skipper's a forward-thinking, motivated horse. Some of the horses I've got, very gentle, very nice for beginners, and they're the dickens to get moving, and you got to kick them and get them to move forward. But any horse, that when you move your hand forward, he knows that the pressure is gone, and you're going to be able to move that horse out, because your body language is forward. And that's what you want to do when you sit on a horse. Get your body straight, get your hand in front of the saddle horn, and lean slightly forward, so when your horse begins moving, you can accept the pressure. All right? Very good. When you want to move your horse out and you want to begin to trot, when a horse trots, the neck and head come up. And if that's going to be the case, and this amount of rein, this amount of rein that I've got here is good for him to walk. He can stretch his head out and he can move. And when a horse is relaxed, the neck is the same level as the back. When he goes to trot, this all comes up. So when you go to trot, just before you do it, you need to shorten your reins so that you still got control of your horse and you can make your horse mine. If you're going to canter, and for those that are kind of new to the horse world, that simply means do an easy run. Then you don't want to shorten, because your horse got to stretch his neck out there, stretch his head down, and I want to let him go with the plenty of rein, and he can reach down. And if we're going to run, we're going to then make sure that we lean back a little bit. I have encouraged all the beginners, as they begin to canter around the arena, to lean back, and what you do then is you're getting your weight on the back side of your tush here, and you're going to slide as that horse reaches out and dips down, reaching those front legs forward. You slide down this saddle, and then when he bunches up, then you ride up and you ride back in it. So you're sliding down, riding up, sliding down, riding, and that way your body matches the movement of the horse in the saddle, and you'll stay on in the run. In the trot, it's a harder issue with that trot. Here, let me just back you up. Just back, please. You see all I had to do was ask it, all right? And he did what I asked, and that's what you need to get used to. Now, if I told him to trot, I have to be ready to take and rise up and sit down, and rise up and sit down, and rise up. Every time his outside leg, and let's say we're going around the arena, going around this way, okay, and the leg closest to the outside wall is the left one. Every time that leg goes forward, I stand up, and when it comes back, I sit down. I stand up, I sit down. The mistake most young riders make is they start becoming very mechanical. They're going up, down, up, down, up, down. You don't want to do that. You're trying to match the speed every time that leg moves forward, okay? And and their backs arch. And so you're rising up with that, and then you're sitting down as it comes back. And all of your motions with the horse, remember, what you've got is a waltz going on with your horse. You're trying to move smoothly and think with your horse. And the other thing that really makes a difference is if you are concentrating on your horse, you can feel when this horse is about to step forward or going to break into that trot or break into that run. And if you don't want it, you just simply pull back and tell the horse what you want. Back, 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 and he'll do it, okay? And you want him to go step up, there you go, step, and he'll do it. And you can be that gentle even as a beginner, but you have to be paying attention to your horse. This is a dance, it's a waltz, he's your partner, and you want to make it a nice duo as you work in the arena. Okay, remember to sit up tight, keep your heels down, your toes up, and make sure that you're nice, chest out, shoulders back, chin up. Don't stare at your horse's head, look at the person in front of you, and you'll do good. Bless your heart. It's Gene Perry, Century Farm. Happy trails to you. Bye-bye.